about this event. We're going to go ahead and go around the room and do introductions so we all get familiar with each other. If you can, and while you have questions, we are recording for all of the other designers that couldn't make it today. So if you don't mind speaking up, or we'll ask you to repeat yourself so that they can have the same answers, because I'm sure they're good questions. And with that, I'll give this to Tana.
I'm Tana. I own Starstruck Event Planning, and we're producing the Festival of Trees event. This is Rochelle. She's on the Festival of Trees committee.
This is Julie. She's also on the Festival of Trees committee, and Jen, also on the Festival of Trees committee.
And Julie is do you want to move the camera around? Julie is on the board of Prescott Area Shelter Services, which is the nonprofit that this event is benefiting. This is Nancy Bewley. She owns the new Willow Creek Inn wedding venue, and Nancy's doing a wreath or a 5-foot tree. 5-foot tree. And then tell me your name again.
My name's Jessica, and I'm designing for Prescott Family Chiropractic.
And it's 7-foot.
I think I'm moving up to a 7-foot.
Message me on Facebook originally.
Originally, yeah. For sure.
And then Christina behind you, Jen. Christina is one of the designers, and she's doing the Pioneer Title tree, 7-foot tree. And then Alicia is helping behind the scenes. Yes. And then ladies, tell me your name again.
I'm Kristen.
Kristen.
And I'm Sarah.
Sarah.
Dr. Separates Dentistry.
So they're doing a 7-foot tree?
Yeah.
7-foot tree. And then Fallon owns Down Home Vintage.
Yep.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, okay. Got it.
And she is designing for the Rogers Beauty Academy 7-foot tree.
So exciting. Welcome, everybody.
So the decorating days are going to be, so opening day for decorating is Sunday, this coming Sunday, November 14th, from noon to 5 p.m. So in the morning, our team will be setting up the trees, getting them mostly, our volunteers are going to be there, getting them mostly fluffed. But you may want to do some more fluffing, but when you guys come in at noon that day, you can start decorating and you can stay there until about 5 p.m. that night.
So, I have a question. Rogers Beauty Academy, they asked me what time slot I wanted. Are we allowed to go Sunday? And if we don't finish up, we can go back on Monday? We're not restricted to a certain time slot?
Not at all.
Okay.
So you have Sunday from noon to 5, anytime within that frame. And then Monday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., anytime within that frame. If you can come Sunday, I recommend doing that and coming back Monday to finish up whatever you need to. So the 2 years that I had decorated a tree, the first year, I think we only had 2019, we had 1 day to decorate. And I did a 10-foot tree that year, and it took me like 6 hours with one other person. But it was a lot to go on that tree. Pre-cutting your wire is important. That'll get you ahead, and if you can have at least one person with you to help assist, that helps too. You don't have to, but it helps. But the wire it's called tree wire, right? And it's green, and it's a thin bendable wire.
You can get it at Joann's.
Walmart has it too.
Walmart, and cut them in about 3-inch pieces, would you say?
And the reason the wire is so important is because we will be transporting these trees after, so we want to make sure everything is really super secure and not using just the hooks or something that's more easy to come off.
So all decor has to be wired on to the tree for transporting. So what is that, like 3 inches? So maybe 3 to 4 inches, and just cut, depending on how many ornaments you have, that many pieces, and pre-cut it. Having your ornaments maybe organized might help a little bit by like with like in your different bags. If you can unpackage stuff, like stuff that is sealed, you don't have to completely take it out of the box, but that helps a little. You may return stuff afterwards, so you want to be mindful of that. I bought so much stuff my first year, and I returned like several bags worth of stuff. So you keep your original boxes and things like that, and anything you don't use, you can go back. The other thing I did, both years actually, is after I got everything I had on the tree, I went back to the store and got more. I was like, I need a little bit more of that texture or that color. And so if you come on Sunday and you decorate, you can either go to the store that night or the next morning and then come back and finish up.
Also remember to bring a step ladder if you have one, the scissors or wire cutters for anything that comes up. What are some of the other tricks and items that they should bring with them?
So ladder, step stool, you want to make sure you get a tree skirt, a topper, leave the original box with the topper with us because that will come off the tree when we transport it.
So my topper was going to be like a big bow, some huge
That's fine.
bells, and then the like sprays coming out.
I did something like that too. Do you guys remember
So it won't
how
have
you
a box.
transported that?
That's fine.
I think
The breakable angels and things like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
okay.
I
alright.
think mine, the first year I did something like that and it stayed on the tree.
Yeah, mine will be
They
wired.
transport
All of
it.
it will be wired to the tree.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
What else is there?
If you find an easy way to help us to transport that so it doesn't get damaged, because if those, but something to think about. Like sometimes we could just take cardboard and put it around and kind of tape it off so that it's not. Those sprays being put in a truck could. I don't want them to break, but just,
Most everything in my, well, from what I was doing, it's pretty like hardy. I thought I was considering that when I was buying it, what I was buying. So it is, but it won't be able to be taken off because it will all be wired in where it's at and like pre-glued and everything.
And then when the tree goes in somebody's home, they'll fluff it.
Right.
They'll go through like if it's those bendable
Yes,
ribbons and
yes.
stuff, they'll go through and fix it.
Well, and I'm trying to make it too, so when they take it apart into sections, they can even just put each section in a trash bag and be able to stack it up for the following year.
oh yeah, exactly, reusable.
Yeah.
All the trees have lights on them with color option, so you can do white lights, color lights. Do they have the ones where you can make them like change colors?
Yes.
Or are they just all steady?
Yes,
Okay.
no, you have
So you
color
can pick what
options.
goes with your theme.
We don't want flashing though.
We don't want flashing.
Not
yet.
during
Okay.
the event.
Okay. So choose a solid color then.
Yes.
Okay.
One or the other. But the 5 foot only comes with white.
The 5 foot is just white.
Correct.
Okay. If you are a designer for another business, you've been given a budget. If the company that you are designing for wants to go over that budget, that's fine. You can go and purchase more and they can reimburse you or however they want to handle it. That won't go through us. But we will want to know it for value when we value the tree, what's been put into it. And then designers will be reimbursed, like for a 7 foot tree, designer will be reimbursed up to $300 in ornament cost, and a 10 foot tree is up to $500 in ornament cost.
So sorry. If so then if I want to purchase like a different skirt for the bottom, I don't want to stay within that budget because I want to have a nicer thing at the bottom. Can I personally do that if they don't want to?
Yeah, you can take it, so
take it out of my
you can
300
take
that
it
I'm
out
getting.
of what you're getting paid if you want, if they don't want to do something.
Okay.
Most of Sherry probably would be fine with that.
Okay.
Just knowing her,
Okay.
but yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think Melinda's doing that for the Elgato tree.
Okay.
She just wants it to look fabulous. She's gonna take some of her what she's getting and put it into the tree.
Okay.
That's fine. Toppers, lightweight is probably a good idea. Anything that the business wants to put with the tree, like a gift card or swag or whatever it is, it gets auctioned off with the tree. Goes under the tree. Gift cards and small valuable items will be listed on the custom tree sign, but will be kept separate from the tree so they can't easily be swiped. But then when that tree is bought, it will go with the tree. Original packaging for fragile items and toppers. Keep receipts for your tax purposes and if you need to return anything. What I did with tags on items, I waited until I got it on the tree. I knew pretty much right away once I put it on the tree if I liked the way it looked with the tree, I would cut the tag off right then. If you get it all on and then wait, you're probably going to be fishing like finding a needle in a haystack of all those little tags. So bring scissors with you as well. No logos or company swag on the tree. So these trees you can put it under the tree though, right? But for judging purposes, how does that work? Do we cover it up?
Yes.
Okay. So if it's swag under the tree, like Subaru loves to do a lot of swag, we'll cover it up for judging so that the judging is unbiased. And then we'll take that off, but no logos or anything on the tree. And remember when you're designing these trees, I was giving Fallon this example, and she's done this in Havasu, so she understood, but she's designing for a salon. So the salon might go, oh my gosh, how fun would it be to put little blow dryer ornaments all over the tree? Well, the likelihood that somebody's gonna buy that tree, maybe another salon would buy it and put it in their business, but somebody might not wanna put that in their home. So Fallon's idea for that was that the swag that went under the tree was like the blow dryers and stuff like that, instead of on the tree. So you wanna design it, what's the word, like
More geared towards and anyone would purchase
Yeah.
it. I mean, ultimately the goal, right, is for Prescott Area Shelter Services, so we want to make sure that we get the most benefit. Obviously, representing the business is a big deal, but also making sure that people will want to purchase that tree.
That's good to know because we were like gonna hang toothbrushes and stuff on it, and
Good, I'm
then
glad we tried
nobody
that.
would really.
and you can put that kind of
If
stuff
somebody-
under the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do like a tree whitening gift certificate, you can do stuff like that on the tree.
Okay.
And there's ways to still get a message across without doing the literal stuff like that.
So that's just for judging. For when people are going and touring, I won't have a sign that says this is the Willow Creek Inn tree. That
Yeah, we'll make signs for all of you guys. We've got stands that will go in each of the trees. If it's a wreath, it's a little plaque that goes underneath the wreath or above it. But we cover those signs up during the judging and then take the cover off.
And the judging happens prior to the Jingle Mingle, so it's not when it's open to the general public. While it's open to anyone attending the Jingle Mingle or the general public, your sign will be shown. And we have one other question right over here.
I just had a comment. Actually, the people I'm designing a tree for, they had suggested red, white, and blue. So kind of along the same lines, it's patriotic and not very Christmassy. So I had to steer them away from that and choose more of a Christmas color palette rather than the red, white, and blue that they thought initially. So
It can be tricky. And the ones that are themed out like that are fun, but you're right, like the likelihood that somebody's gonna buy that and put that in their home is less. It's less likely. Yes, so decorations need to be brand new or handcrafted, not used. Okay, or secondhand, not secondhand.
if the tree doesn't get purchased.
So if it does not get purchased, we've been working really hard on our marketing because I think in the past a lot of people didn't understand the point of this event. So we've been working hard on the marketing to educate people that these are for purchase. It is an auction or bidding style. We'll have a buy now option too. If somebody's like, I have to have that wreath or I have to have that tree, they'll pay the buy now price to get it, which is going to be a little more. But if they bid on it, they're not going to know if they win until the close out on Saturday at 6. I think is when we close the bidding on it.
But I did set up today that they get text messages if they get outbid. So hopefully we
I
can
like
create
that.
a
Good
little bit
job.
of a bidding war.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
good.
I love it. Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
And then to answer your question, if it doesn't get purchased, I do have one company lined up to purchase a tree back. You're welcome to purchase it back for your business as well. But we were thinking a company to purchase it and then it goes to a family in need through Pass. And then, so we were thinking one of their centers that they have, it would go in there for the people that are staying there during the holidays and they get to enjoy a Christmas tree.
And just worst case scenario, purchase it back. That would be in lieu of being reimbursed for the product.
So, like the year that I decorated the Finley Subaru tree, they went all out. They gave me a $3,000 budget to decorate that tree, and I didn't. I spent $1,500 on that tree, and I was like, "Here's the card back. Like I can't. It doesn't need any more than that." And it was beautiful, and it didn't sell. I don't know. Part of it, I think, is just educating the community again about like that you can come and buy these fully decorated trees for your home. So what happened, so Mac, the GM at Subaru, was bidding on it. There was a bidding war, and he won the bid, and they put it in the Subaru showroom. And then Rogers Beauty Academy bought it as an auction item the next year, and it's in their home now. So yeah, but we're trying. I think it'll take a couple of years to fully educate the public of what this event is, but I think this year we're gonna have better luck than we've had in the past with selling the trees. Yes.
Is there a minimum bid was the question,
Yes.
just in case you couldn't hear.
Yes, so we'll, on Tuesday, I believe, is when we're gonna price everything out. So we'll take the value into consideration and we'll have a starting bid price and a buy now price on the trees.
Yes. Yes. And the auction will be online, but also as people tour through, part of your sign will have a QR code. So they scan the QR code and they add themselves to the auction through the website, and other people can come in and bid. So we are hoping to continue the marketing to create a bidding war as best possible.
And the QR code is linked to my website, which is not up and running.
The QR code is going to be linked to the tree that's being sold. Within that section is a link to your website. So it's kind of twofold. You actually get your own, the tree itself will have its own page, and it tells about the tree, it tells about the company that's sponsored it, your logo, a link to your website.
Is there two QR codes that go on the tree sign?
No,
So
I
she's-
currently have just everyone going to their website.
Okay.
We'll do bigger QR code signs throughout the event where they can
That
go.
are-
Big signs. How do I buy
Those are
this?
Festival of Trees QR codes.
Yes.
And then the QR codes on your tree sign is going to be to your website.
It's already
I've
happened.
just been
That's how
inundated
we-
with getting it done. I don't have all of that stuff done yet.
Mm-hmm.
The
Is the
construction.
QR code required? I'm not really familiar.
You don't have to do one, but Jen will send you or if she hasn't already, an email of a site that she found that's a free one for QR codes, correct? And you just go in and you input your information,
That
We can
was
help.
pretty easy.
and
It
then you
was
just forward. It sounds intimidating, but it is pretty easy. And then you email us that QR code, and we'll print it on your tree sign. Am I saying it right?
You're good.
Okay.
No, she's looking at my face.
Yeah. I'm reading Rochelle. Her and I were not on the same page on that.
So the QR codes for your individual businesses are on your tree sign, and then we'll also have QR codes on signs around the festival with the festival trees QR code to take to the website. So when people bid on the trees, they have to do it through the website, but they can do it in person. They can do it through the QR code, or they can type in our website, and there's a whole page on there for the bidding process. And they submit their bid and input their information. Easy peasy. The trees are all artificial. We do have 2 live trees outside from Mortimer Farm. The live trees don't sell. They're lovely, but they don't sell very often because they die. And they're really heavy to transport.
You can
So-
plant them, and they do
Yeah,
this.
you can.
And I'm planning on one.
And maybe
So
in
we
the
all don't
future
compete.
we'll allow a certain amount of those, but we didn't this year, but wreaths are allowed to be live or artificial.
So just for clarification, I will receive something in an email about the QR code or
Where are you from? What is your name?
Marion Pack,
Okay, you signed up for a 6-foot tree?
5 foot.
5-foot tree. Did you send her an email already? Okay. Maybe
I'll connect
check
with
your-
you after and help.
Okay.
I'll connect with you after and we'll get it done
Jennifer
today.
sent you an email, but it could have gone in your spam box possibly, so she'll connect with you
yeah,
after.
I didn't see
Okay. Plan for 10 decorations per square foot all around the tree, roughly. When I the way my brain works when I'm decorating a tree, I kind of compartmentalize it into 4 quadrants, like each side of the tree. And then how many do I want of each style or color of ornament if I'm doing that sort of theme. Some trees are going to be more eclectic, and you'll, like the Finley Subaru tree's got 3 of each type of ornament, but a ton of ornaments within their theme. That's fine too. But when you're buying, and I personally like to overbuy, so that, and then just return stuff, but some people like to do the opposite, and that's fine too. No, your ornaments can have glitter, but no spray on glitter or flocking. Like spray on flocking.
So to add like extra greenery, I bought some garland, right? So, but my garland has some flocking on it. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I added flocked pieces into
Yes.
my tree last year, and it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just trying to avoid damage to the floors or
Right.
excessive cleaning. We already have a lot of cleaning, but the glitter just never comes out.
No, it doesn't.
We were thinking that we could take the spray on clear and kind of secure any loose glitter too.
Great idea.
And just
Prior to,
spray
yes.
it prior to,
Oh, yeah,
not
of course,
yielding.
of
Yeah.
course.
Can you repeat that idea?
So if you are gonna do spray on glue, do it at your home or business before you bring it to the venue, and no spray on at the venue.
Or any kind of sealant. So to prep your ornaments prior to, so that we're not spraying aerosols in the venue.
And even spray on flocking, I'd say don't do it. Buy the stuff that's already flocked for you, because the spray on flocking is super messy. Yeah, super messy.
Gluing or securing any loose parts or ornament caps, things that might come off. Definitely preparing your ornaments is a really, really valuable part of your preparations.
No tables allowed. Is that because in the past 5-foot trees have been put on tables? Okay, so no tables allowed this year. If you have a 5-foot tree, it's going on the ground. And we're gonna probably alternate the 7 and 5 foot throughout the room just to break it up and give it a more visual appeal.
But for a workspace, like I have a 2-foot little table that I was planning on bringing, just so I have a workspace. That's good. Okay.
Just we will have tables at the venue for
Yeah,
people
we'll have
to work
tables
off
too.
of.
Okay.
But a small one like that, I wouldn't bring like a 6-foot table. We'll have some of those there for you. But a small 2-foot
talking
one is
just
fine.
like this.
Yeah.
But also a reminder, if you do have anything that goes with the tree as part of the ambiance of your design, that goes with the tree. It stays with it. So if it's like a small kid's, I don't know, bistro table and chairs or something that were to set aside beside your tree, that would also be part of the donation that goes with it.
In the past, is there a certain type of a theme that draws more attention, more money, that is, you know what I mean? Is it like elfie type stuff? Is it more classic? Is it more, do you know what I mean? Like, if we're trying to raise money, what does the best?
It's a good question. Did you hear that? I'm going to repeat that question for everybody else that's not here. Is there a specific design that makes more money for Pass and ultimately our goal here? We're going to throw that to Julie.
The popular trees, of course, are the ones who win ribbons, and everything is judged right before the opening of Jingle Mingle. Some people love the traditional trees, some people love the quirky trees. So it's really about it being pretty. Would you want that in your home? And if you would, somebody else will too.
Like I think it was 2019, a designer did a tree that was the 12 Days of Christmas. Was that the Staples tree?
Mm-hmm.
That was the Staples tree. And it was, and I feel like the theme kind of went like that. Like went through the days in a pattern like that, and it was really neat. And it was visually appealing. Because I would think normally if somebody was describing that to me, I'm like, I don't know if I'd want that in my house, but it was beautiful. So you can get creative.
Rustic is popular, traditional.
I think also we want to, in some ways you can promote this not just to someone's home but to their business. So the more beautiful, the more well thought out it is, the more people are going to be drawn to it, and they're gonna think about where can this be used. Is it best in my home? Can I use it in my business one year? Do I alternate? How do I repurpose this too? Because if they're spending that much money, they may want to use it more than once.
Yeah. The judging categories are best in show, best theme, most traditional. That's what the judges will be judging in. A 5-foot tree is not going to be judged against a 7-foot tree. A wreath is not going to be judged against a tree. So each of those categories apply to each size of tree. And then there will be the judges will judge at 4 p.m. on Wednesday the 17th before the Jingle Mingle, and then the ribbons will be revealed at the Jingle Mingle of who won in what category. And you guys all get tickets to the Jingle Mingle and general admission tickets as well.
And that's Wednesday?
Wednesday, November 17th, next Wednesday
From
the
6 to
Jingle Mingle
9.
6 to 9. And then the people and the kids that come through on the general admission days, they're going to judge for People's Choice and Kids' Choice. And we'll announce those on Saturday at closing, or like maybe 7 p.m.-ish, of who won on those.
So do we want to talk about who the judging procedures?
So, yeah.
So the judging happens the judging happens for best in show, best theme, and most traditional prior to the Jingle Mingle.
Yeah.
So the 2 hours prior is when we'll have city community leaders and heads of city come through and do that initial judging to give everyone the notoriety they deserve for the hard work. And we'll also be posting that and continuing our media push to get everybody down there to check it out themselves and bid.
And our judges, so far we're gonna have 5 judges. So we have Mayor Cal Palguta, he confirmed. And then Marnie Ewell she's the president of the Prescott Valley City Chamber. She does a lot of radio stuff for Magic 99.1 as well. And Kara Peterson, who used to produce this event, she's gonna be one of our judges this year. And then we've got somebody from the Prescott City Chamber, and I'm working on the 5th one. I'm trying to get Chief Bonnie from the police department. Our city officials, all their calendars were like, Mingarelli wanted to do it, and that's his last radio show before he passes the torch over to Mayor Good. So the radio show was at 4 that day, so he can't do it. So, but we'll have 5 judges that will be judging in those categories.
What about the wreaths?
What about the wreaths?
We have lots of questions about, do they have to be live wreaths? What's the minimum size? Can they be modern hoop wreaths?
So real or live is fine on the wreaths, and then size you'll have to tell me. Did we cap it?
18, 24.
Is that the standards?
18 is usually pretty standard. 24, I would say, is nice though for
Yeah.
bigger houses and businesses.
So, and I think it's okay to have different sizes, whatever you choose. I think that's fine. We probably wouldn't want one that's like 3 feet big, right? I feel like I've seen those before on the outside of people's houses.
Your garage doors.
Yes. Yeah, they're probably like 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah.
That'd probably be too big. The wreaths are going to be hanging on the post in the Stam Hill warehouse. So they'll be, and I think I want to change the direction that we're putting them on since we're not doing 5-foot trees around the post. So when you come into that room, you'll see the wreaths on all the posts. And we've got 12 wreaths, so 2 per post. We've got 6 posts to play with. Any other questions about wreaths that people are asking?
So it feels like it's creative freedom.
Oh, wreaths,
With wreaths?
you buy. So the trees we purchase for you, and we'll have those there for you. But if you're doing a wreath, you buy the wreath. You pick it, you buy it, you bring it. And then what was the other thing?
I feel like this year people have more creative freedom
Yeah.
because this is our learning year with wreaths.
Yes.
So
Were wreaths not done in the past at all?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, cool. I think the wreaths are going to be a big hit. Yeah. And the reason we did designers this year, or gave businesses the option to have a designer, is because a lot of businesses are busy and it's being received very well, but we're also trying to up the quality of these trees. So we talked about the theme of the trees, and not like if you're a dentist and not doing it dentist related or something that's a literal interpretation of your business. We're trying to up the quality and the level of these trees and ensure that they get purchased and go into somebody's home. We don't want to have leftover trees. I don't
How
have
are you
room for
guys
that.
doing the ticket sales?
Really well. So we are thinking the Jingle Mingle will probably be about 200 people, a great networking opportunity for everybody here as well. And then between Jingle Mingle and the general admission days, we're estimating about 2,000 people will come through.
That's great.
Yeah, we're excited. Are we over? So our social media post, the event that was created, has over 2,200 people that have hit interested in it. So it's performing very well. Yeah.
Quite a few ticket sales already
Yeah.
completed.
And the general admission tickets are $5 per person, 12 and under is free. And then the Jingle Mingle tickets are $45 per person. That comes with no kids at that event. That comes with one drink ticket and appetizers from Greenway Catering by Elgato.
And I know I've seen a couple of posts about this not being a free event in terms of the Arizona Christmas City, but at the same time, the point is that the net proceeds go to us. So we want that buy-in. We want people to be there for that purpose. So if anyone does ask why is this not a free event, well, it's a charity event.
$5 is nothing to ask. There's other events that go on around the city of Prescott that are much more than that, and we've put a ton of work into this. This event normally the planning would start in January or February, and I took the event over end of August, and so the planning started really in September. And I could not have done this without my committee, but we have been pushing hard. And if you are familiar with my events, it's important to me that they go off well. So we've been working really hard to make it a good and organized and quality event. The city of Prescott's super excited about this event as well. They're saying it's the holiday event that is kicking off the season in Arizona's Christmas City, which is really cool. And the timing of this event is important. We don't want to do it the week of Thanksgiving, which is the following week, because people are busy that week. Most people, I would guess, put their tree up after Thanksgiving.
That weekend.
Roughly, get that weekend after Thanksgiving. And so that's why this event is the week before Thanksgiving. So the trees get delivered that Sunday. So the event closes on Saturday night, and then the trees get delivered on Sunday to people's homes.
Does anybody have any other questions?
What's the deadline on the theme? I may want to change my theme, understanding this a little bit more.
It was Friday, but when do we go to print?
This weekend.
Really?
Yeah, we'll be okay.
This
You
coming
could get it by this Friday. We'll be okay.
I just need to meet with my other staff to see what they want to say.
No problem. And you could just refill out the title and the tree form, and I'll just do the newest
And
one.
your company, you can't have your company name in the title. You want to keep it short and sweet for the most part too. You don't want a really long title. Correct. Yeah, correct. They need a theme name.
No company name in the title or on a wreath or tree.
Like Country Christmas, or what are some other ones? The one I did the first year was a blue colored theme, and Subaru, their color is blue, so it was Blue Christmas. You can get creative like that. 12 Days of Christmas was one of them one year. There was a Mad Hatter one.
Yeah, that
was
was
it called
really
Alice
cute.
in Wonderland or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
That was really cool. It had a hat as the topper. And
Through the Looking Glass.
Through the Looking Glass.
That's what it was.
called. That was a neat one.
So our description can be more wordy, longer. The title should be short,
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
but the description, because we just put very short for both, and then you want to expand on a little on the description.
Okay.
Yeah, there's room to expand on the description. It's just the title part that's kind of got to hit.
But we settled on the title part.
Is your tree connected with a business? Or is
No,
it
an
just you
organization.
and no? Oh, we have that. Okay. Marion, it was what's the organization?
Prescott
called?
Indivisible?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And I don't know if you heard, but just a reminder, you know, if you have like a cart or a wagon, your step stool, your pre-cut wires, your wire cutters, your scissors, your all the gluing has to be done in advance for spray glue, and probably even, you know, regular glues, but obviously you can have something to help keep things together. All the ornaments have to be wired on so that they can transport. And we're here for any questions.
Can we
any
bring a
concerns.
glue gun or anything if we need like emergency little?
Glue gun?
You should do that before.
Do glue gun before? Okay.
Emergency.
Yeah.
I would be nervous that, so that's a historic building with original hardwood floors, and I guess I would just be nervous those glue guns because the little strings go everywhere. I'd be nervous that
If you
it
had an
would.
emergency, you could step outside where there's concrete and super glue it together.
There's outlets outside. Yeah, we could do that.
I just think, yeah, we're just not in the space. 'Cause
We're trying to be real mindful of the space. Another thing, if you are shifting your tree, Jen, I know we're putting cardboard under the trees. Does that stay under the tree and then we cover it with
Yes,
the fake snow stuff, the fluff? Okay. So if you move your tree, there will be a piece of cardboard under it and you'll shift that so we don't scrape the floors.
So there'll actually be a tree bag that's
Under
laid
two?
flat
Okay.
on the ground, and then the cardboard piece to help protect the bag from getting ripped by the tree base, and then your tree cover will, or your what is it, skirt will cover that, and then we go up and put fake snow all the way up to the tree as well.
But we'll be able to walk around our tree. I mean, we're not going to need to like be moving it to decorate it at all. Everybody will have plenty of space, right?
Yes, fine.
Plenty of space around
We'll
to
end up
decorate.
filling in so that people, I don't know, people won't really get to walk around through the trees too.
The people won't be walking around them. That being said, all the trees will be up against the brick walls, but fully decorate the back because you don't know what side somebody's going to put in their home.
Right.
If you have some favorite ornaments and you don't have a lot of them, put them on the front sides. But the people that are coming through to look at the trees, they will not be able to go around the tree. But when you're decorating, you will be.
Yeah, we're gonna fill out the space and make it more like a winter wonderland. And as people come through the event, there's gonna be live music, there's gonna be a holiday bar, we're gonna do a lot of different pieces just to help make this an experience for them. So, you know, you're such a huge part of that. Thank you for helping.
Yeah. And the trees have to be finished Monday at 5 p.m. Professional photographers coming in Tuesday morning to get photos of everything. Then she gets those to you and to Chris for the website, and they get uploaded by Wednesday noonish, done, and then it's ready for the public.
The link to do the scan.
The QR
The
code.
QR code. Okay,
Thank
Jen
you.
can help you with that.
I'll resend that email out by itself. QR code instructions.
Check your spam folders too, because it's coming from my Starstruck account, and sometimes they go. It's a GoDaddy email, but I don't know why. Sometimes they go in the spam box.
Did you all get the email about this meeting today?
Is it in that one? Okay. Just resend.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Wrap it up. Okay. Yeah. I think we're good. And
All right,
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.